Guys, I'm back actually after some days now because what happens is that when some update comes, you troubleshoot that. And when you troubleshoot something, and then two updates have come in this short period of time. One is the Nvidia update, and another one is the Microsoft, a small update, but still everything matters. What I actually did kind of reversed on me because I was troubleshooting and then in the middle something was not working correctly. I was trying to get that smoothness and everything in the frame rates. The problem happened is that I read some article and then I had to turn on HAGS, which is the hardware acceleration, uh, graphics acceleration scheduling in graphics setting in Windows. Surprisingly, that actually turned off the FG. Of course, everybody knows that, but then turning off the FG, but um, my OBS actually became quite smooth. Now I'll tell you what is happening. OBS is smooth, right? But then for some reason, my OBS and my lossless was giving trouble to each other. My games right now, if you can see, it's on 113, 14 frames, but if you actually turn on lossless with OBS, what happens is that suddenly the frame rate will jump to normally it would be 300, 350 frame rate with super smoothness, okay? And when I turn on OBS after lossless, okay, don't turn on OBS at all. Just turn on the game and the lossless. You'll see good frame rate, very smooth. Suddenly, if you turn on OBS, something start hanging and it becomes very laggy. It's because of OBS and nothing else. Just shut the OBS and play your game. I'm sure it will be super smooth. But the thing is, if you see frame rates around 350, when you turn on OBS, the frame rates will jump to 500 and 600, but it will become laggy. So I don't know what's the connection between lossless and OBS. You get my point. So lossless gives you 350, 300 frames super smooth, but then OBS will give you 500 and 600 extra with very bad, not at all smooth, not playable actually. Let me turn on this. So right now I'm actually flying right over. I don't know if you can guess the city, but it's a beautiful city. It's Surfers Paradise, Australia, Gold Coast, and I wanted to actually fly all the way from Sydney to somewhere here in the middle. There you see the cove, somewhere there Port Macquarie, and then somewhere here Woolgoolga, where surprisingly, if you know that there are a lot of beautiful banana plantations, and it's surprising that it's kind of world's third or second or third largest banana producer, right? It's a surprise actually. So I turn off the auto. I want to go down to the city. So if you see, the frame rates right now are 99 with FG on. With FG on, this 00 never goes. DLAA, complete resolution, that is, and frame rate on 50%. VSync on, HDR. Oh, HDR is off. I'm surprised. Why did the HDR go off? I never turned it off. That's strange. Anyways, I won't turn it on, otherwise the whole colors and everything will go bad. So everything is almost ultra, X, medium, grass, medium, this, object level 150, terrain level 150, ultra. 8 is good. I can actually turn this off here, 8x, anti-stropic, and turn it on in Nvidia. That's also possible. 8 ultra. These are the settings, right? So I'm getting around 115 frames with FG on. And when I turn on lossless with the new G-Sync option, so if I turn on the G-Sync and I turn on lossless, allow tearing, I turn it off, and that's it, X2. So now I get the frame rate on the left top. Now since that was not readable frame rate, what I did is on OBS I have a second window that also could actually, slow down the frames, because what I'm doing is I'm actually not streaming one window, game window, I'm also streaming at the same time the full screen of the laptop. I've just cropped the view to show you the frames on the top because it was not able to capture. So that could be a little bit frame loss as well, right? Of course, right now I'm streaming two windows. One is the game, one is the full screen, that too cropped, or one on top of the other. So once you're happy with all these frames, and if I can tell you what the frames is, then I can shut that. Maybe there might be an improvement here. So if you see right now I'm very smooth, and I'm right now on 230 to 40 because that's the actual frame rate of my laptop, the resolution, sorry. So my laptop's right now on 240, so it's close to 240 right now. So my favorite thing is just turn off the sync mode to allow tearing. Let's see what happens. So I turned off the sync mode to allow tearing. You can already see a lot of crappiness happening here. Okay, what I suggest is just turn off the FG. Unscale it. Turn off the G-Sync support. Allow tearing, I'll let it be. I'll use allow tearing. And then here I can turn off the frame rate and for FG and turn on the FG again, just once. Then go back to the game, and then I just press Alt G to immediately turn on lossless. And there you have it, 530-40 frames. Okay, and this is due to OBS. The fun part is if I turn off OBS, it'll become super smooth. See, right now I'm on OBS and it became super smooth. There is nothing wrong here. When I go back to the game with OBS on, there is some problem here, so I need to figure out what's the problem. Can I turn off the full screen monitor here? Okay, let me turn off full screen monitor. Okay, that gave some benefit. Some benefit has come. So it's basically due to the capturing of the game on OBS. So I turn off, turn on, and yep, it became super nice again. and it's right now 460 frames, which you can't see. I'll turn on the full screen monitor so you can see the numbers. Okay, so it went back to terrible. So the OBS is giving problem for sure. Okay, so basically the OBS has a problem here. So go to full free and I go to Windows and I go here and I go to frame rate. Actually, I was using DXGA on full screen. I turned that off and frame on and off, and now again back to the game. Okay. Super smooth. Now I turn on my lossless. It's stuck to 200 now. It's not going up, right? So now it is on allowed tearing actually. I go default. When I go default, I see 250. I will be able to see 200 to 50. Okay. So let me just turn it off. Let me just do one thing. Game capture third party off, and instead of game capture, what I can do here is turn off game capture, turn on window capture. Okay, turn on the window capture, and then turn on window capture, not the game capture feature. Okay, the game capture is different. So this is the game capture on, and now I turn on the full screen, take it over on top of that, go back to the game. Let's see what happens. So basically I can easily achieve 300-350 FPS very smooth if I don't have OBS right now turned on. That's not a problem at all. This is all because of OBS. And I can turn off, and I can tell you the frame rate. I can turn off the full screen right now. Full screen capture, that is. And the frame rate goes, see, the frame rate has increased right now. Now I go to lossless and I allow tearing. Okay, this is allow tearing now. Okay, and then I go settings and turn off frame rate and turn on frame rate, and if you see, I'm going to get around 400-450 FPS with super smoothness. There, I have 471, 478, and it's super smooth. It's not that bad, right? Now what I can do is I can turn off the G-Sync or turn on the G-Sync. Okay, I turned it on for a little bit more smoothness. So I got G-Sync on right now. It's 474. I can turn on the full screen for a second and show you the numbers. So it went up around 100 frames. I can turn it off back. I don't like that. Yeah, so this OBS is giving trouble. I can actually stream via Nvidia once. The voice won't be that great. The voice will be terrible. But you get the point, actually. You get the point. OBS is the one which is not giving me. Of course, there must be some settings here and there, but what has OBS got to do with the game now? I'm getting 460-70 frames. What I can do is I can actually have a new window. Alright, let me just do this on auto, otherwise this will crash. Let me just do this on Q1 tower. What I can do is I can actually share the full screen, only the game, and turn off the game capture. So what I can do is I make a new window and then I turn on full screen, capture, window capture, game capture, display capture. Okay, there's a window capture, game capture, and display capture. So right now I can have display capture. Okay. And I can have display capture DGI or window. Force SDR. No. And then I can turn off the game. Turn off the game, right? Game capture. This one. And then I can try to play. Oh, it started to hang completely. It's super slow right now. What I can do is, instead of window capture, capture cursor has a problem here. So instead of this, I can do this. Yeah, the window capture has a problem here for sure. It's become super laggy. Frame rates are like super high. Go back to my lossless and Scaling type, I have turned it off. I can try AMD FSR. Turn it off and turn it back on. And I can do default and scale it with AMD FSR. Why are the buildings not loading properly? Buildings are on ultra right now. Why did the buildings not load properly? If you go to data cache, have data rolling on, still unlimited bandwidth, data limitation off. Binge data graphics, online functionality. Actually, Nvidia frame rate started to show me 54, 55 like that. It used to show me 300, 400, and I have no idea why this stopped and what settings have stopped that. That Nvidia is not showing me exact frame rate that I'm supposed to see. What is that one setting which happened? There's one setting called Vulkan OpenGL Vulkan. I put it on prefer native right now just to see if frame rate comes back on the top of the FPS monitor. Right now it's on 48. Why is this on 48? Guys, I'm going to shut this live right now. If you have any questions, just comment and I'll make a fresh video and know exactly what you want me to talk about, and what next troubleshooting steps, because I have achieved 300 350 easily. This is 250 right now, but I've easily achieved 350 if I turn off OBS. I will do a stream on Nvidia Live, or maybe I'll just record on Nvidia, but I will not use OBS and I'll show you exactly what I see. Please subscribe and comment and let me know, bro. Thank you guys.